Life in prison for the man accused of using a circle of women and children to produce child pornography materials. We've been following this story for months now. 10 of your side's Anita Blanton is in the newsroom with the scandalous details. Anita?
Yeah, honestly, Nicole, my heart sank when I was looking through the documents. And these allegations involve sexually explicit acts with 7 different children under the age of 5, even a baby just a year old. Several of the women involved have already pleaded guilty to production of child pornography. Today, Robert Harold Scott Jr. learned his fate.
Conspiracy, production of child porn, distribution of child porn, receipt of child porn, and the list goes on. These 43 pages of court documents detail a sick ring of exploitation. On July 14th, Robert Harold Scott Jr. was convicted by a jury on multiple counts involving the production of child pornography and online enticement. And today, a judge spared no time handing down a life sentence and a few choice words for Scott. Prosecutors argued that he used various personas on the internet to meet women and try to convince them to work as prostitutes for parties at hotels. Then he would extort them by threatening to publish sexually explicit videos. But while state charges were pending against Scott, it didn't stop him from carrying on until someone opened up that the full scheme still hadn't been exposed. Soon the federal government realized it wasn't money that Scott wanted from at least 5 women. Instead, they say when discussing the sex parties over the internet, sometimes he'd offer to pay the women to produce child pornography, being very specific as to the sex acts he wanted performed in front of a camera. And they complied, twice even bringing the children to the hotel party for bigger paydays. A rep for the federal agents on this case told me the judge was appalled, not only that someone could do something like this, but that others would conspire with them, all for money at children's expense.
That rep said this was a heinous crime. She told me anything involving molestation of children is something they want to combat and that this is not over. 2 women still have to go before a judge involved in this case. Shavonna Whitfield is scheduled for December 9th in court and Kaynalian Latouche for Friday in a Chesapeake court. We'll continue to follow up from here. Anita Blanton, 10 on your side.